Hey everybody, this is Alex with the Unboxing Project, and yep, you know it's happening. The Ethereum merge is real. I'll believe it when I see it still, but yeah, that's a thing. So we're going to make some changes in the mining farm. Holy cow, there we go. Come on, son, come up. We're gonna make some changes in the farm, and we gotta mine something different because we can't mine ETH anymore. So what are we gonna do? Well, I'm gonna spec mine a couple of different projects, and then we'll see what happens after the merge. I assume, you know, a bunch of hash rate's gonna fall one direction or another, or spread out across all this different crypto landscape, and we'll see what happens. But yeah. Well, I turned off the ASIC miners because they're expensive to run, and with Litecoin being not at a good price at the moment, they're not very profitable. So I've got a big old bag of Litecoin anyway, so I'm just gonna wait until you know, prices start going back up. In fact, what I was thinking of doing, and you guys tell me in the comments if you want to see something like this, I was thinking of doing a like 10 coins in 10 days kind of thing, and just using the script algorithm, get an idea of what each of these L3 plus ASICs mine outside of Litecoin. Litecoin, I'm doing merge mining with Dogecoin, even though I get all paid in LTC. Thought it might be a good idea for a video. Let me know what you think. So the first coins that I plan to spec mine are going to be, of course, Raven and NEOX and ETH. Just some of the easy ones that I can flip over to, essentially that are on 2 miners right now, right? So NEOX is now on 2 miners. So let's make a walkthrough on how to set up a miner from ETH to NEOX. And I think you guys are going to like this one. But I've got to find the SSDs I have. I know I've got at least one more, and I don't know where I put it. So let's find out where I put it. I've got no light in here. No, that's not it. Aha! Yes! I knew I had some.
2 hours later.
Okay guys, so here we are back in the studio, and yeah, so pardon the display that is here. I've got ultra wide screens, and OBS goes to that resolution instead of the resolution for the camera. So anyway, so ETH merge, let's talk about that a little bit. Not like it hasn't been talked about since you know, till we're blue in the face. We know that it's going proof of stake. We can't mine ETH anymore. Gotcha. Where do we go from here? So bringing up what to mine, I've got all my cards laid out here, and right now it's telling me that, you know, ETH is the most profitable thing to mine. Of course, after that is nice hash, which I will not be going to, just not my thing. But so taking nice hash out of the equation here, we've got NEOX is the most next profitable, Raven coin, Zero, Firo, you know, and then the list goes on and on and on, right? So my thoughts are, just like with my Litecoin, I'm going to get a big old moon bag of a couple of different coins in the next couple of months or so, just so that when the next bull run happens, you know, I'll have something maybe that'll take off and be worth a whole lot of money and be really valuable then. But once I get those big moon bags, I'll probably, just like I'm doing with ETH, is I'll save some, sell some, save some, sell some, kind of thing, just so that, you know, bills are paid, gotta pay the bills. So NEOX is the one that I'm actually looking at today. You can tell by the title of the video, imagine that. But we do things a little bit different than what I've been seeing in the YouTubes, the tubes of you recently. I've seen lots of, here's how you set it up in Hive. I'm going to be using Rave OS, and let me tell you why. So Rave OS is free on 2 miners for unlimited rigs. Hive OS is free on Hive on Pool for 4 rigs. And I've only got 4 rigs at the moment, but after the merge I expect GPU prices to come down, and I'll probably be purchasing more cards, because why not? And just for reference, today's September 13th, 2022. We're like a day away from the merge. So, you know, taking my sweet time to figure this out. Coming down here, NEOX is actually on 2 miners, which is freaking cool. And right now it's at a penny. So if you're looking at this in the future, maybe it's $1. I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna mine a whole bunch of these and see what I come up with. So for Rave OS, here's what you are gonna need. You're going to need an account with Rave OS. Of course, you'll go log in and do all of that. You can see with pricing here, completely free on 2 miners pool. Unlimited number of workers on 2 miners pool, free of charge. You get 1 free worker, just in general, whether it's 2 miners or not. And it keeps 3 days of stats, all for free. So I'm not as worried about stats. You know, it's just a mining OS. I mean, I could put Windows on the rigs and use bat files if I wanted. But Rave has an app for managing your rigs remotely, of course, and you can access them all from a dashboard, kind of like Hive, and very, very, very similar to Hive. So OS overclocks, things like that, are going to be set up the same way too. And you can install the OS on things that you're going to need, be a solid state drive of some kind. You can put them on USB thumb drives, but I mean, you can get 120 gig cheap, what is this, Inland Professional SSD for like 20 bucks on Amazon. Just buy it. We're being cheap. Cheap ass. It is pretty simple though, so of course you're going to need an SSD. If you're doing this on a separate computer, which you probably are, use something like USB to SATA cable, so it plugs directly into the drive and lets you plug into your PC. What I would recommend is, when you're done, do not unplug the drive from the cable. Unplug the USB from the PC before you unplug the drive from the cable. It just can cause problems. But you do you. Get the OS download. Another program you're going to need is called Etcher, Balena Etcher. Makes it pretty easy. So I've obviously already downloaded the file. And this is Etcher. Download it, install it, all that good stuff. Flash from file. You've got your OS image. Select your target. It's going to be your SSD. And then flash. Get an error command. It goes through. It's pretty darn quick. Done. Something else you're going to need is you're going to need a wallet for NEOX. Go to neoxa.net right here, create wallet, download it for Windows or Mac or Linux. Eventually they'll have it for ARM processing machines like Raspberry Pi and such. When you get it for Windows, which is probably what the majority of us are on, it takes you to their GitHub. You'll pick which of these is which. I picked the Neoxa Qt Win64.zip. Download it, unzip it, go through the whole process of, writing down your seed phrase, creating a password for decryption. You're going to give it some time to resync with the blockchain, kind of like the Chia wallet did, where this whole big blockchain's out there. Your wallet is going to resync with that blockchain and allow you to use it to do things. It'll take a little while to download, but this essentially is the current Neoxa wallet for Windows. Again, this is 9/13/2022. What you'll want to do is receiving address, create your receiving address. Here you type new, create the wallet, and there you've got your wallet address, which you'll need to mine to, right? So we've flashed Rave to the SSD. Let's go ahead and log in. This is what the dashboard looks like with Rave OS. This is my farm, the robots in disguise. In Hive OS, I named my farm the HODLbots. I've used this many a times before. We're going to be starting with Galvatron, which is my 1660 rig. I've actually got a 3060 V1 on there as well. So we're going to move that whole thing over from Hive to Rave so that we can mine Neoxa in a similar format. So if you don't have any workers in here, you create your dashboard, it's completely blank. So let's go back to clusters. Let's say so you're going to come in here, it's completely blank. You're going to create a cluster. From here you're going to add a worker. You'll name the worker. Put however many cards and stuff that are on there, and there you go. You've got yourself your rig, your starting rig in Rave OS. Now what you do from here, under settings, system info, this here is your worker token. You're going to need this information as well. So because we've flashed Rave to our SSD, we're then going to unplug the SSD from the machine, keeping the cable on the drive. Just unplug the USB and plug it back in for it to recognize the drive and initiate the process. And the drive name typically comes out as Mining OS. So under config, token, you'll get a text file here. This is where you're going to put this worker token. So just copy and then Control V as paste, or file or edit paste, whatever. And then you'll save it. Control S. Don't rename the file or anything. And that's literally all it takes. Now you can take the SSD, go plug it into your rig, which essentially I'm just going to unplug the SSD that's on there now, plug this SSD, power back on the machine, and the end. But I don't want to do that in this test one, so I actually want to now again unplug the drive, the USB, and then you can unplug the drive from the cable, and it's ready to go plug into the rig and start messing with overclocks, setting up all the things. So I'm going to go do that.
2 hours later.
Back to the big cave. Just gonna go up here. Turn the light on so we can see what we're doing. We're gonna shut that down. Probably the easiest. To pull it out of the PDU, completely shut off. Where is that drive? Ah ha ha. Why is that still blinking? Oh, okay. Alright, I'm gonna want to plug this back in, down here. Let's see. Now, turn on the breakout board. Yep. A couple of them are spinning. Now the rest are spinning. CPU fan is spinning. Looks like we're ready to rock. By the way, in case anyone was wondering, living out in the woods, you know, that's all great and everything, but it sucks for helium mining because there's no one around to validate the transactions or see itself on the network or however the hell helium works. It's... what the hell?
And we're back. So that didn't take very long. Literally, I plugged it in, bitched about helium for a minute, and then walked back up to the house, you know, 100 feet away, and it's already recognized the cards, and it's up and available. So we're going to go ahead, open another monster. I can verify on my other screen that it's not on Hive anymore. Obviously, it's on Rave. So we're going to go into... where was I? Let's do... go back to 2 miners. We're going to go to NEOX. This is pretty easy. Go to Quick Start. So... it looks like right now Europe is the only mining pool on 2 miners. So, gosh, I haven't done this in so long. Let me remember how to do this again. Oh yeah, we need to create a wallet first. I'm going to start that over here because I got a bunch of wallets already in there that I don't need you all to see. Let's do, what are we going to name it? So you'll go to wallets, which is in the menu on the side. We'll go create a new wallet, and then you get to name that wallet. We'll do NEOX, of course. Imagine that. Now that you've created the wallet, you can go to select a coin. Said select a coin. Guess not. Let's refresh. Select a coin. NEOX. Coin name NEOX. Select the pool. 2 miners. And oh, good. So we don't need that. You can confirm that the 4040 and 4141. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, because it's SSL on 4040. I gotcha. So I'm not using SSL VPN currently. Anyway, for this exercise, I'm not using SSL VPN. That could be a different video we talk about eventually, maybe sometime. So now we're at the point where we put our wallet address in, which is what we would get from here. And selecting the miners. So this is kind of cool. You can put a bunch of different miners that are available into the setup for the wallet. And when you select the wallet that's linked to the algorithm, you can then switch the different available miners and, you know, use what works best for you. Kind of cool. So if, you know, a release like on Hive, you would have to update that specific miner, you know, Where here, when the new versions are released, you've got to go back into the wallet and add the miners again. A little bit of different steps, but you know, same end result, I guess. But either way, you can add a bunch of different miners here. So I'm going to add Team Red. I'm going to add T-Rex, C265. We'll do, what else do we got? We'll do NB, 42.3. We'll do let's see, we'll try G miner this time. And why not B miner? Nano miner. And really, you can add one, you can add a dozen, you can add them all if you really wanted to. But that's good. So let me put my wallet address in here. All right, I'm back. So we saved the wallet. We put the wallet address in there, saved it. We've got it under our wallets now. Back in the dashboard, we'll go back to the rig. Anyway, so we made our wallet. We'll go back to the rig, go into mining. Select the wallet. We've got NEOX. Select the coin. Select the miner. We will start with T-Rex and apply to all. Now, this is going to get your rigs mining right away. So you can see there's like no power being used because they're all just sitting there at idle. Give it a couple of minutes, and it'll start mining away. You can also, so we can see we've already started hashing. 3060 is getting 20 mega hash a second. I don't know if that's good. I haven't looked into overclocks of this or what each card should be doing. There is a console. You can SSH into the rig itself. Maybe. And kind of like Rave, you can see exactly what's going on. Because obviously there's going to be a disconnect, a little bit of lag time from what's actually happening that you can see here in the CLI console versus what's in the dashboard that's available. Yeah, so we've got 21 mega hash on the 3060, and then it looks like 13 to 14 mega hash on all the 1660s. Cool. And they're getting a little warm. So first things first, under tuning, I'm going to go in here and bump the fan on all of these. But essentially you can see that, you know, a similar type of format, similar type of setup. It you know, boom, right there, it says it's free. So you could do this for all of the rigs, you could do this for some of the rigs. The benefit here, like I said, using Rave over Hive, and it's funny, I actually started using Rave before I started using Hive, way back in 2020, when I started with just a single card and added a couple of more. I went from, you know, Windows with nice hash to Rave OS to Hive OS. Now I've kind of dabbled with a couple of different systems from time to time and things like that, but going back to Rave OS is kind of cool to see. Again, it's free. It utilizes, it's free on 2 miners. Let me clarify that. And 2 miners has a lot more pools than Hive OS does. And I know that Hive just came out with a Raven pool for Hive On. They've got ETC for Hive On. I heard on a live stream the other day that they're going to have Ergo pretty soon. Great. What about all of this other stuff that's out here? Flux. You could mine Flux for free on 2 miners. And I'm not sure they have it with NEOX, but they have it with Ergo, where you could essentially put in your Bitcoin wallet, mine Ergo, and get paid in Bitcoin, which is after I mine a big, you know, healthy moon bag of Ergo. I'm probably gonna switch it over to getting paid out in Bitcoin, kind of like you would be with NiceHash, but in a little bit more of a lot more of a trustworthy platform. I might even try some solo mining from time to time on 2Miners, because they've got pools and they've got solo pools where you can set yourself up. Okay, guys, took me about 10 seconds with Dr. Google to find this website. And what I'm talking about here is called hashrate.no. Hashrate.no. And essentially you'll find your video card. So we'll start with the 3060 V1. And right there, NEOX. And it's going to give you an idea of, you know, lower stats and higher end stats. So core at 200. Let's go in to tuning. Do the 3060, so we'll do 200. Memories 2000 at 130 watts. And it is as simple as that.
Eventually.
Okay, guys, it's been about 24 hours. My day ended up getting a lot busier than I was expecting it to be, so I didn't get to finish recording and editing and all that fun stuff yesterday. So today it's 9:14. We're hours away from the merge, and after 24 hours. I had a couple of hiccups here and there throughout the day. I'd kind of switch from one machine to the other and jump back and forth. But again, the 1660 rig with the single 3060, we're looking about 14 mega hash as an average for 1660s, which is along the lines of what that site hashrate.no was saying as far as the 1660s and the 3060. As well. We were at 23 here. It was saying, I think, 24 on the NEOX. Yeah, 24. So what I ended up doing in the tunes was I left the power limit alone on the 3060. I ran into this a couple of times on Ethereum as well, where if you limit power, it would really, you know, throttle the GPU, and you'd run into issues of it resetting. So, you know, these are the overclocks I came up with, and so far it's been pretty steady. I mean, as far as you know, hash rate for the last 24 hours, and what did I make in that 24 hours? About 300 NEOXs. Yeah. So that's the thing that that happened. And like I said, I'm gonna spec mine a little bit here and there and keep a couple of moon bags, and then I'm just gonna mine what's profitable and sell it. And you know, what I don't sell to pay the bills, I'm gonna get paid out in Bitcoin and just stack those sats. You know, just saw a thing yesterday where they're talking about the hash rate on Bitcoin is creating a possibility of the halving happening sooner. The happening of the halving. Anyway, a couple months sooner. So that's kind of cool. But you know, I'm going to stack up as much as I can as far as Bitcoin goes, so that in 24, 25, next bull run happens, you know, we'll blow that 60, 70,000 top, you know, all-time high, blow that out of the water, looking at $100,000, $200,000 Bitcoin, and I'm getting paid, son. So, anyway, this is interesting. Let me know what you think about Rave OS, if you've tried it, if there's some other mining operating systems that you would recommend. I saw Brandon Coin did a video on simple mining, SMOS, which the dashboard looks really neat. It's a lot more you know, straightforward than it used to be, I guess. Kind of cool, you know. For more content like this or other contents that I put out randomly when I decide to make a video, because that's how I roll. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and of course, thanks for watching.
Sit rep.
Check this out. So it's, I don't know, 2:30 or so, and I just happened to jump over to take a look at the wallet to see what all's been transacting. And you know, yesterday and overnight, anywhere from, you know, I think the lowest here was 13 in a payout hour, and getting paid out every hour as long as you meet the minimum requirements. I think 10 was the minimum requirement, whatever. But I mean, here I had one that was 24 NEOX, you know, paid me out. But look at these, since 10:30, 11:30, you know, 1:30, it just hasn't been producing, which tells me a whole bunch of hash rate is falling over to these other projects. So sure is happening. Excited but scared to see what's actually going to happen when it's all said and done. Kind of cool. It's history in the making.